Welcome, one and all. We are coming to honestly, parental advisory is going to be called for this. And starting off now, we're coming to literally a dying world, a shit world. This is Mork Borg, a heavy metal black comedy tabletop. And literally the setting is called The Dying World. And I have really fallen in love with this series. And I'm joined with some other really cool players that are going to be playing some really fun characters as we go into this fun story. Not really going to be fun, but grim, dark comedy series that I prepared for them. And for myself as well, because I'm going to be playing one of the characters with everyone. So, to let everyone and the listeners know, The Dying World, it's a fantasy world, so it's not set in our world. It's the land. And as I've said, it's literally the lands are called the Dying World, and parts of the different countries there's Tiefland, which ultimately that is ruled by the Shadow King. Best way to put because a tyrant or an overlord is literally putting it lightly to what the Shadow King is. He rules with an iron fist. But then you go to an area like Galgenbeck or Sarkosh. There is no one that rules those areas. And granted, the people are happy, but it's a murder haven. One of the lightest ways to put it. You got goblins running around skinning people, and then people finding those goblins and skinning them. It goes back and forth. And then you have an area called the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead. This place is sad, and it's even more bad off than every other part of the Dying World. And that's because a certain scientist, her name was, we only know her moniker, Dr. Stein. She came into power with a foul form of necromancy and combined with alchemy and science. And she took over the Valley of the Unfortunate Dead, and sadly, the people that populated there are no more. There was only 2 survivors. One of them was from the past, so he doesn't count. But this other survivor was from that horrible massacre of the strange citizens invading the Valley of the Unfortunate Dead, and Dr. Stein summoning the black sand storm that completely envelops the lands now. And with the strange citizens bringing hell to the dying lands, Lake Onda becoming literally a lake of blood, Schleswig, no one leaves their homes, Graventosk, it's so damn cursed that the minute you step foot in that graveyard, you're doomed to never leave there. But in all this, we come across some peculiar individuals. These individuals are special because they have been dated for execution because of their monstrous deeds and of their sin. We will come to the first one that is named Reinhold Barakin. Reinhold doesn't remember much from his birth mother because little does he know that a certain female, after she gave birth, she saw a prophecy that Reinhold would be her downfall. So she cast him into the river to his death, but a great dire bear found him and raised him as her beloved cub. When Reinhold was 16, a pack of humans from Kyrgyz discovered him, and thinking that they were saving Reinhold from this monstrous dire bear that had been bringing hell to the countryside, Reinhold saw his beloved mother die, so he responded the only way he could. He tore them to pieces and ate every inch of them, sucking literally the marrow from their bone. And the brutal 100-man slayer was born that day. Because there were 100 men. Because that dire bear was very infamous. It was a 100-man hunting party. And Reinhold, at the age of 16, slaughtered them all with his bare hands and his teeth. He went on for another about a good 10 years, slaughtering the countrysides, bringing his own special hell to every part of the dying world. But Reinhold is not just a monster. He does have his own peculiar set of rules. He will never harm a woman or child, not because of a sense of honor, but because they can't hold a fucking sword and they do not bring a challenge to him and they're not worth his goddamn time. When Reinhold was brought to trial, the judge at the time turned his head, and when he turned back, Reinhold was swallowing the bailiff. His greatest sin is that of gluttony, because he has eaten too much. Not just of all the people that he has slaughtered, but of course the one valuable resource, the animals, the livestock. He has eaten too much. For that, he is a natural disaster that brings slaughter and corpses and bones, and he cannot be allowed to. Reinhold, you are guilty. Reinhold looks at the judge, flips him the bird, and stretches and opens his mighty mouth and swallows his lawyer. And he is escorted to the execution chambers. Now, which one of our peculiar strangers should we hear about next? I do believe... Oh, and I do apologize, and allow me to say, because in Mork Borg there are classes. Reinhold Bearkin's class is the Fanged Deserter, because the only friends he has is the 32 in his mouth. Now, I do believe we have a cursed skinwalker in the midst. Please, tell us of your history and of your crime. Oh, you don't have to move it, honey.
Well, my name is Nava Hemlock. I was born and raised in the illegal market. I had multiple families because I was orphaned since birth. I have no idea why. But regardless, with each family, I developed and learned a new fun little skill, I should say. And I am now a free person. I do what I want and I take what I want, no matter what method I use. I've dabbled in, well, I should say enjoyed quite a few things. Crimes, murder, assassination, terrorism, so many fun things. But sadly, I got caught. I received an invitation for a job one day, and my deal is I was going to get a beautiful gem I had my eye on for a long time. And when I showed up at the place, I woke up in handcuffs. Except this time I didn't know who put them on.
Nava, you are a natural disaster. Where you go, death and greed are left in your trail. Your sin is greed, and we sentence you to death. You are guilty.
Can you blame a girl for wanting to have a little fun?
Now, that was a fantastic little tale from our cursed skinwalker. Now, there's been tales in a certain area of, allow me to check the map, dear listeners. Oh, yes. In Grift, there's been tale of a certain black wolf. He has been apprehended. Please, tell us about yourself. Tell us your crimes that has led you here.
Oh, you want my crimes? My crime. Oh, look, let me guess. This must be the Wednesday judge. Oh, yeah, your partner or whatever. Yeah. How is he doing, by the way? Anyway, yeah. I'm Eric Esche. I am a Fang deserter like good Reinhold over here. Crazy damn bear. Yeah, my sin. Yeah, I don't like you. I don't like you. The lawyer that's sitting over there in the chair, he could go really fuck himself. Anyway, my crime is, well, my mother worked at a tavern. Didn't really go to school. What the fuck was school for if you can pickpocket some poor schmuck for your next meal? And, well, I kind of got a little too antsy and, yeah, I went feral, killed a guy with my bare hands, and then, since I'm stuck in this damn courtroom with another judge who, by the way, I ripped out his throat, yeah, that's my sin. Yeah, that's what I did. So don't piss me off.
Ricochet, your sin is wrath. Where you go, anger and destruction and death are in your wake.
Yada, yada, just tell me I'm dead so I can get the fuck out of here.
You are a natural disaster and your sentence is death. You are guilty.
Yay, I'm guilty. So can I get the fuck out of here?
Yes, we have a very angry traveler there as Eric is led away.
Yeah, fuck you too.
But there's been stirrings because the next defendant honestly, the judge is very disappointed in who is being brought forward because the last survivor of the Valley of the Unfortunate really tell us your history and your crime.
I'll take over for that because she just mostly mute. So she comes from what might be the epicenter of the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead. Her village now runs her wagon. Hauntingly beautiful, unnervingly clean. No dirt touches her form, like no filth mars her skin. She just sits there, passively, holding a skull.
The judge, with intense anger. You, with your ways, you could bring such changes to these lands. Maybe even change it from the dying lands, yet you sit there like a sloth. Your crime, your sin is sloth, because in your wake you do nothing. And for that, you will be executed. You are guilty. Pickerel. These crimes, as you see, not everyone is just stab, kill. All kinds of crimes are brought towards these judges. Because as the judge sit there, he literally claps his hand over his face as he can already hear the screamings of this next criminal coming. Because he was just apprehended this day, screaming some nonsense in the streets. And before he even comes in, a jester kicks open the door, does a somersault all the way to the defendant stand and goes, and announcing Argyle.
You fool! At least announce me right. I am Argrex von Brunk the Third.
I always forget your name, dude.
Damn you, you'll get spankings later for this, you wretch. But
I-
first we shall vote, because that is democracy!
Oh, he's doing it again. I hesitate to ask, but Argrex, tell your history and your crime.
Born of the family of Brunk, we have served faithfully our community, but then one time I was thinking, is all this royalty really right? I mean, of course, I'm good at being royal. No one else can quite do it like me. But then I was thinking, well, if there was a system where everyone can kind of vote on things. And then one day, I got caught dry humping a store mannequin when that bastard storekeep would stop me without letting me finish. How bitter I am. And then I decided to preach about democracy as I got beat by the gods. And then that prick Shadow King decided that I should publicly urinate as part of my punishment. But then that had to gross people out. So now here I am before you. Ooh, that reminds me, this one time I saw this butterfly and it had 3 heads.
As Agris is going on and on, a group of guards run over and tackle him.
Democracy! I didn't vote for this!
Your sin, Agrix, is pride. In your wake, where you go, you ramble on and on, as if you are the center of the world.
I'm not prideful, I just think I'm better than other people.
The guard hits Agrix upside the head and he gets knocked unconscious. And you are a natural disaster, and that's not even counting your jester. You are guilty and to be executed. Now, the final criminal that... Oh, God! You said you hadn't even brought him into the court. Wait, he's outside. I can already smell him, for crying out loud. Oh, God. The one who was caught stealing the church bell by the name of Egerton. Please come in and good gods.
It was... You don't have to push. Mother said no pushing.
Gentlemen, please stop pushing, Mr.
I wasn't stealing. I told you I wasn't stealing. I was borrowing a bell. Mother loves bells. I know it fell. The bell fell. Yes, it fell. Okay. I didn't know he was there. Why do I want to tell him this?
Mr. Egerton,
I guess I'm supposed to tell you. So the bell fell. I didn't do it. I was borrowing it for Mother, and it fell.
Mr. Egerton, your sin is envy. You are a natural disaster in your place, because where you go, everything seems to disappear, and yet they are mysteriously borrowed. Just as you have... Where's my damn gavel?
Iggy wanted a hammer.
Take him away before we find ourselves with all of our items gone. And as Egerton is taken away, you vile criminals, you horrid sin. 5 of you have been the public cheers as your execution has been announced. But something is wrong. You're not being led to the execution pit where the heads tumble. No. Oh, no. Oh. Kat, could you give me a presence roll, please? It will be a DR. It's going to be a presence DR 6 roll, please. Difficulty roll of 6. So just a D20.
That's a 19.
You destroyed that roll. So I will reward that with all of the information. So you are being led to the Shadow King's crypts that connect to the sewers. And there's only one reason why you'd be led there. It's not because and without you being dead, of course, you're being led to the laboratory. And the scientist that is waiting for you down there, you've heard that he is the one that taught Dr. Stein everything. You've heard that his name is Dr. Satan. Yes. You see a gentleman with this apparatus. He's got a hunchback, but he's extremely thin, but the apparatus on his back looks like it weighs a good 85 pounds. It's filled with a green viscous liquid that's glowing. On his left hand, he has syringes that are connected to a tube going around his arm to the apparatus. In his right hand, 3 of the fingers are scalpels. 2 of the other fingers you can't make out.
Are these the ones? The disasters? I don't like this man. He scares me.
Reinhold ducks behind with his mighty size behind. Kat, one more time, what is your character's name?
Her name's Palta.
So, the massive 6'8" Reinhold ducks behind you, Palta, shaking, scared.
No reaction.
Valley of the Unknown Dead. Oh, I've heard of it. Yes. And God.
Okay, I have to actually roll a. Let me make sure I do the correct stat for him, because he's got to roll a toughness roll to try to overcome Egerton's just nasty stench. Nope, it was a difficulty 12 roll. He rolled an 11. He just.
Why does everyone do that around me?
Your smell is impressive, Egerton. I can't wait to see what kind of beast we make out of you. The fabled Reinhold, and Eric. And
Oh, God. What the heck are you supposed to be? The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Really, Reinhold? You're that much of a sissy that you have to hide from something like this? God, I wish I could have just stayed in the woods.
I have heard legends of evil Dr. Man make monsters. Mama scared. She's scared of this place. She's scared of him.
Reinhold. So I actually need to do so let me pull up Reinhold's character sheet real quick, because he is getting intensely terrified right now. And for his difficulty roll, this is going to be a 10. And he fails. Reinhold foams at the mouth and goes unconscious on the ground.
I'm going to pet his.
Oh, go ahead. Get a little bit closer.
I'm going to pet his head.
Nava is petting Reinhold's head, and
There, sweetheart.
Nava, I'm going to need to pull up you are going to pull up your character sheet, because you're going to need to do a presence roll as well. Because the minute you lock eyes with Dr. Satan, you recognize the man that gave you the scars on your face.
Oh.
Nope. It was a DR10. You rolled a 9.
So what does that mean?
Tears of blood start to stream down your face. And Nava drops to her knee.
I remember you.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Walker.
Who doesn't want to be involved in this? I believe we should take a couple of steps back. And this is coming from the guy who likes to rip people's throats out.
Eric, As you move backward, you feel something large and fleshy. I'm going to need a DR10 presence roll. Because as you turn around, you just see what looks like a muscle that's just chiseled, looks pure, like it's hard as steel. But all the limbs are just hands. And these arms are as thick as pillars, so there's about a good 12 of them.
The gods will make sure you behave.
So that's going to be a D20 roll, Finn. That's going to be a D20 roll, and you're just going to...
I got a 14.
Okay, you cleared it. You stand strong looking at this horrid monstrosity, but in your mind you know, one false move and this thing's going to smash you in the face.
Oh, but ain't you a good-looking specimen? It seems the good doc actually did something right for a change.
The doctor starts to clap happily at your statement.
That wasn't a compliment, you hunchback.
And you will all become my greatest experiment next to Stein.
Oh, no, I can't do this again.
Yes.
I can't do this again.
Yes. One of you, we're going to bring out the beast within, the one that represents your sin. Yes. Yes.
And a group of those gargantuan guardian hands come, picking each one of you up, placing you on a lab table. For this, you are all made sure you're awake. Argrix, you are slapped awake by this big old hand. Thankfully, from your D2 armor, you don't take any damage. It just leaves a good slap mark on each side of your face.
Mommy, Hada, what? Where am I?
Hello. It's time for you to change.
But I don't have no spare undies.
And with this, he bites his thumb, and you see this black, viscous liquid that he reaches behind himself and drops it into the apparatus. It becomes just a pure jet black for one drop, and he inserts about a good 10-inch needle into each one of your necks and injects it. The burning pain that you feel as your veins bulge, turning black as that viscous liquid invades your every part of your body, every vein, every nerve, every part of your body. And then you violently shake, changing. Reinhold spews a fountain of blood from his mouth. Egerton shakes so hard he just spasms, literally up 10 feet in the air from the violent spasms in his body. Nava, she wrenches back in a backwards crab walk, and you can hear her bones snapping, cracking into place for it. Akin, Argrix, I dare not say what happens. It's just horrifying. You can just hear the snapping, liquid pouring on the ground, and then it stops. Everything is quiet, serene, and then in your eyes, all four of you see the same thing before you awake. You see 4 individuals. You see a lamb with no face. Well, a great ram with no face, and a crown floating above his head. You see a coffin with a face and 2 horns on the sides. Yet this coffin it looks like it's a diamond. But there's also a pair of eyes near the bottom staring. There's a rib cage with a strange skull that looks like what would be those blades that would be on the pendulum. But that's the top half for the skull, but it's bone, not blade. There's no eyes. Just a nose and a mouth, and then this rib cage. No gore. And then finally, the last one is you see a woman with eyes that have been sewn shut, but it looks like she has a monocle that is a white spider hanging by the side of her face and a black hood covering her body. All 4 look at you, say, "We'll see you soon. Which one you serve? Which one will be mine?" As you wake up, you look around. You're not in the lab. You're not even on a lab gurney. You're on a pile. Reinhold on the bottom, Nava on top of Reinhold, Pulta on top of Nava, Eric on top of Pulta, Egerton on top of Eric, and then Agrix on top of everyone.
Iggy doesn't like this.
And you're right near the entrance to the sewer. And I'll allow you guys to take it away as you're all shaking off of the pile as Reinhold sits up.
Oh.
All right, who's not dead? Oh,
My sphincter.
you're Spanker. You're the one that landed on me.
Iggy doesn't know what a sphincter is.
I swear, next time I see that damn doctor, I'm gonna rip his head off and use it as a prime in a comedy skit.
Palta's just laying on the floor, rolled over from where she got pushed off, just holding the skull.
And Nava?
I get up and I dust myself off, trying to scan the room.
And Egerton.
Iggy's not enjoying himself.
Yes, as you're all sitting there, you hear the chimes of that jester that was in the court when you all remember that serves the loud mouth, the one that was given the sin of pride, Argrix. You recognize the bells of his jester coming, and you just hear that, and it's echoing throughout. But there is another pair of footprints.
Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Who the fuck hired the fucking clown?
That is my royal fool. An emergency food if it comes to it.
Fair enough.
I'm just wanting to tell you, I don't like clowns.
Dibs on the legs if we put them into food.
Iggy likes clowns.
Well, he just told me the most delightful of jokes. The new tango. Let's see. When does something become a dad joke? When it leaves and never comes back. Or maybe it was about milk or something. I forget.
So, all right, but I have to do this. But so, Polta, you're gonna need to give me another presence roll because now the figure, he's ethereal, so there's definitely some magic going on here for him to project himself. But the more he's coming closer, you recognize that bulbous, blubberous form of Roland Repnik, one of the strange citizen and priest and head inventor for Dr. Stein.
I got a 16.
Okay, I was only looking for a DR 12, so you cleared that. How do you stay calm?
She's just gonna hold up the skull like, Mother, it's strange.
I recognize that one. Yes, the twins slaughtered his family in that cave. It was quite amusing. So this is the ones that are going to bring the downfall of Dr. Stein.
You see like a big, long, black tongue come out as he licks he licks all the way down his neck and over his entire face. And that black tongue goes back in his face as he's looking at all of you. What you see is this bulbous, the best way to put it is he would be 6 feet wide, but he's only 4 feet tall. He has a tiny red cardinal hat, and he's wearing red priest. And he has a black pentagram on the back, engraved on the back of his right hand, and he has a black rune, a certain rune engraved on his left hand.
Yes, there's something different about these ones. Where did you just come from?
Oh, what? Someone just asked something?
You just see me shamelessly using the unholy water basin to shit.
Yeah, man after man hat. But why you let him such delicious stink go to base? Let me have it.
Oh my god, it's hideous. And I thought I've seen some hideous things in my life, but my god, this thing looks like something that you would get rid of in a trash dump. Oh.
Actually, I want to know how his fat ass managed to walk downhill.
I mean, look at it. It would probably have an issue trying to even walk at all. Let me guess, you eat so much that it just expands inside your ginormous blubbery gut? Go on a fucking diet. Eat a fucking salad once in a fucking while.
So, your words, instead of wounding Father Repnik, he beams with pride and happiness. Except he looks at Egerton with intense disgust and anger.
How dare you try to match me in stink? I'm the stink. When my time comes.
Oh, you were about to say B?
Iggy doesn't stink.
This
Iggy smells like family.
Father Repnik, just intense anger, looks at you with murderous rage.
when my time comes, I will enjoy adding you to my stink, to my blubber.
And that's when you all notice
Ew.
that, yes, if he was physically here, there's no fucking way he would fit in the hall, but because he's an ethereal form, his sides are just, like a ghost phasing through the wall. And that's when you notice that his arms are only like, they look it would be like a T-Rex with how bulbous he is, how much his arms sink into his blubber.
Your tits got bigger than mine, I see.
Mother, I remember you, the failure.
Really? You wouldn't have hired me if I was such a failure, you fucking asshole. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You two had a thing? Man, you really need to work on your standards.
Not that kind of job, dipshit.
You notice when the tongue comes out, it has like spikes on it, and it's even longer and wider than it originally was. But then he sucks it back into his mouth, and then that's when you notice that the toad features go away, and he's back just a regular bulbousness.
I forgot I didn't waste my time because we're not even in the same. Sir, my master is a benevolent leader, and she wishes to make it up to a certain member of your group. I won't tell you which one. What makes you think it's you, boy?
Because I am a royal, I am obviously superior than these, people. But
It's dangerous.
But anyways, I can prove that I'm superior because 3 hours later. And that is...
No.
Reinhold is just beating his head against the wall.
That's what Nava's doing.
Just over and over, Reinhold. Thankfully, I have armor, so I am protected against D2 damage, because Reinhold would have taken 2 damage from how hard he was hitting his head. But 2 damage is negated from the armor, which is actually a really fun mechanic in Mork Borg, is that depending on your tier of armor, is how much damage is automatically negated. So.
And then I made a website for orphans, but it doesn't have a homepage.
Holy hell up!
Anyway, one member of your group is related to Dr. Stein. Dr. Stein wishes to be fair. She's going to give you all a chance. If you wish to even think to penetrate the black sand, you have to kill all of us. And I'll give you a hint. Your first strange citizen will be pointed out by the Undertaker. Good luck, and good Lord, what a windbag! As he disappears.
Does that mean we're free to leave?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
everyone, you guys
Like
are
that
now...
guy, he talked too much.
So, sorry, allow me to paint the picture now. So you guys are at the entrance to the exit of the Shadow King sewers. Reinhold just looks back towards the sewers. He hears the sound of yes. And Reinhold goes, nope, and he walks out of the sewer.
You know what, big guy? I think me and you have the same idea. Come on, you royal... And Eric grabs our noble boy, Argrix, and just drags him. Come on, you ginormous royal windbag!
No, we didn't all take a vote yet.
Eric just grabs him real close and brings him up. If you say one more word, I will so your mouth shut.
You got pretty eyes.
well, I'm very happy because I recognize that voice.
All right, our other three party members, because I'm not just going to assume you guys leave. I need to know. I just don't want to force you guys to. So, are you leaving the sewer, Nava?
Well, I could stop and say hi to a good old friend, but then again, I'll probably run into that dickweed again, so I should leave.
As you leave, you just hear the faint echo once again of a "Ooh!" And when you turn around, you just see the pale humanoid figure, and then notice from the crotch area a lantern hanging from there.
I blow him a kiss.
You just hear the kissing sound as it blows it back to you. Lantern Man, away!
Iggy has gone up that ladder so fast, or whatever it is,
Great lantern.
Egerton, are you heading out too?
so fast.
Polta?
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna give in front of Reinhold. And
Okay,
I would like to use Master of Fate.
What DR? Oh, crap, I don't have that. Could you please go ahead and read us the description for that, please?
All right. What use are maps when the substance of casualty itself is open to you? You know the right way with the DR8 presence test.
Go ahead and give me that DR8 presence test.
17.
You destroyed that present test, and you get the answer to know that there is a puzzle. There is a puzzle to getting out of the graveyard. There are quite a few different locations you go to, but there is a number that you have to visit of 4 locations that will open the way to the Undertaker's cabin. You know that you have to go to the Strangely Tree, the Plague Pit, then the Origin Fountain, and then finally, Moss Vomitorium. And you must complete a task at each one of these areas. And with this, dear listeners, we are actually now past the prologue portion of the session and the actual main portion now. So, and Kat and Polta has already solved the puzzle of the graveyard. But you guys have to go to each one of these locations still, but now you won't get lost. You now know you have to go to these numbered ones first. So for the players, if you go to the Discord in the Mork Borg campaign, you will find the graveyard maps. The purple numbers, that's the locations that you have to go to, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the 4. So allow me to pull up the book. Alrighty, because we are going to be walking the trails. Let us see which one do we go. So let us see. Oh wait, no, I don't need to see which one we go to first because Polta solved that. So we are going to the Strangely Tree first.
She would, after figuring out the way, hold her arms up to be carried and then point in the direction.
Reinhold puts you on his shoulders, like when a parent would do with their child to let them ride on their shoulders.
Oh.
Lead the way, strange, quiet friend.
Yeah,
Iggy wants a piece too.
Reinhold actually looks at you and goes,
I like your smell.
and he lifts you up and he holds his arm up so you can just ride on his right arm.
Iggy got a piece.
Well, this suddenly looks fun.
Oh, yeah.
Reinhold
You look so
looks at Nava and goes,
Do you want to ride?
Nava climbs onto Reinhold's left arm.
Sorry, Eric, I don't have any more arms.
Oh, it's okay, big guy. I think you got your hands full while it is.
We are
Hey,
friends now.
Oh, besides, at least you're quiet, unlike the other guy, who I can't stand. And why are you pissing on a fucking gravestone?
He
It's the
Wait.
tree of the king.
Fuck the king.
Wait, what did you just say in the No. Oh, God, you said that out loud, didn't you?
I don't like authority.
So, Eric,
I
You're
am
going
the
to be-
king.
Eric and Egrix now are both going to be experiencing sensory strangeness. I'm going to roll a d8 real quick. So hold on real quick. So for Eric, I rolled a 4. So an invisible breathing behind your left and right ear. It's just persistent. You just feel someone breathing in your ear. And then for Egrix, I rolled a 3. A wind chills the spine, yet makes you sweat. You know saying things against the Shadow King is wrong here and will make your senses go kind of weird, wacky.
Well, is it mentioning the name at all, or just smack talking?
Both. Well, no, in a negative way, smack talking. You can say it in a positive way, but if you're saying it in a derogatory way against the Shadow King, you get sensory strangeness.
I am constantly aggravated and bitter.
And allow me to do one warning. This is a freebie. You trigger 3 sensories strangeness in one location. That's a random encounter. So you've already done 2. Be careful.
Okay, well, I shake twice, put it away, and continue onward. Having
Alrighty.
poor little Tango pack me. He's like 3 foot tall, and I'm just riding on his shoulders.
A wind blows through wheezing branches, chilling the air and carrying decay. Decay's smell far away. A huge tree, long since leafless. Branches groaning from a dozen hanging bodies. Nooses sway excitedly. Above, a wooden door just big enough to crawl through. Firmly planted at the top of a rickety plank ladder. Is anyone going to go inside?
Tango,
I'll
check
go
that
inside.
out.
Well, I'm too big. No offense to you, big guy, but I don't think you fit either. I don't think our lady friends up there would like to get that dirty, and
Well,
the other guy.
Well,
you're
let me
saying
just
this. Oh, sorry. You go first, B?
let me just throw in it's dirty and gross up there, right?
Yes.
I can hide in it. In fact, I can just disappear in it.
Yeah, Egerton's already gone as he disappears into the filth.
I have the
But-
preternatural ability to hide in muck and debris and filth.
But to be fair, I'm going to say this though. Nava is already climbing the ladder, getting to the door. Nava, as you get to the door, you hear what sounds like grunts. Do you open the door?
Oh, someone's having a good time.
Do you open the door?
Yeah.
Like you hear intense, and as you open the door, the tree is hollow, and yet that's when you see inside, going at it, there is what looks like a goblin behind, just pounding a female troll, just slapping its ass, and it just looks up at you and goes, "Hey, a little privacy, please."
Oh, sorry.
Smash! Nava slams the door. Nava, how do you look as you turn to everybody else from what you just saw?
I need to go shopping later, though. That's my false thought. Because I saw everything that they had in the room. It's like, ooh. I am very impressed.
I'm sorry, guys. Yes, I had to do a Baldur's Gate 3 joke. I'm sorry.
And, Nava, you okay up there?
Oh, yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Nava, I'm going to have you give me a D8 presence roll to resist the urge to vomit from what you witnessed. Wait, you do have a +1 in your presence, so you got an 8, and rules are meet beats, so you don't puke, you stay strong.
I was going to say, I was intrigued.
It was the smells.
Oh, okay.
You were intrigued,
Fail.
yes, but the smells were horrendous.
Fail.
That funk, ooh. But
I'm going to yell out the door, light a candle.
But here's the reward for your bravery, because as you did that, as you were climbing down, your hand pressed against a tree and a glowing white rune lit up. And behind Polta, the way to the next location opens up.
Okay. Well, I'll just put the rune down my shot.
Well, behind Reinhold, because everyone's riding on Reinhold.
Oh, okay.
And Egerton, because that filth, yeah, I'm going to say you slathered on yourself, so you're just, disappeared on top of Reinhold's arm. And, Reinhold is now confused. It feels like someone's sitting on my arm, yet I can't see them.
Well, I'm able to disappear, but it just makes it where people have a really hard time noticing me there. It says it requires a DR16 presence test to notice me.
If you still on his arm, he only got a 14.
I got that. What I meant was, if I hopped on his arm, I think he'd know I was there, or would freak out. One of the two.
Oh, okie dokie. Alrighty. So, everyone, we are heading now. The pathway is open to the plague. Now, Reinhold is actually trying to hold back. Would Argerix or Eric be leading the way, or would you just walk behind Reinhold?
You know what? I'll do it. Why not?
And Reinhold made sure that Nava was able to get back on his arm.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sexy. Interesting face. Interesting face. And that's when you notice that Reinhold is unnervingly beautiful and shockingly clean. How a murderer is that beautiful and that clean, the world will never know. Now, as we're getting closer to the plague pit, the repugnant smell, illuminated by moonlight, the color of sour milk, encircled by soupy fog whose tendrils occasion out. There's corpses at differing stages of decay, and it's just, Egerton, you feel at home. And now here's the thing. There's all these bodies around everyone. So I'm going to ask everyone, do you loot the bodies?
Oh, of course.
That's one vote to loot the bodies.
Egerton doesn't loot, he borrows.
That's 2 votes to loot the bodies.
Like Scrooge McDuck, I'm just gonna like dive into the pile.
All right, that's 3 votes. That's majority. So I'm going to roll a d6 twice, guys. 1. That is a 7. So let's see what happens. All right, so the first one was a 3. Oh, so the first thing that's found is Argrix, you pick up a pendant featuring a portrait of a mouthless man. And Nava, you find a rusted but functional short sword.
I can still pawn it.
And finally, like, do you keep looting or do you leave that, or do you stop looting? Because I'll do it one more time.
Yeah, I'll do. Loot the bodies.
Would anybody else like to join still, or are we going? So Reinhold is curious now, and Egerton is still looking for stuff to borrow.
Correct.
You okay there, big guy?
Oh, so Egerton, hold on, let me do the math real quick. Are you kidding me? Wait, let me make sure I read that correctly. Yeah, I read that correctly. Okay, yep, you found 16 silver.
Iggy loves jingly janglies.
And then, last but not least,
That goes in the jingle pocket.
Big Boy found... Nope, we already did that one. Oh, I know, I had a 5. 10 feet of rope with noose still firmly tied. Maybe we use for hunting?
Well, if we could use it for hunting, or if we ever need to, hang somebody.
With your bravery of actually looting the body, strange because as you're stepping around, Pulta's foot stops and presses on a rune that glows white, opening the next path to the origin fountain.
She's gonna stop, stare at the place that just opened up, and then pointed like, yep.
And that's when Reinhold goes, scoops back up Pulta, puts her on his shoulders, picks up Nava onto his left arm, and picks up Egerton on his right, and looks at Argrix and Eric and goes, "Let's go."
Can I do something?
Oh no.
Yes, you may.
Okay. So, just for more efficient travel, I'm gonna tie some rope around Tingle's legs to Reinhard's waist. I'm just gonna sit on Tangle and ride him like a sled. So I made Tangle boof that pendant.
God damn it!
Hey guys, what's that other thing over there?
Okay, so I'm very happy that Eric pointed out because everyone is going to roll a DR8 presence roll. So this one's for Nava. Nava passes with an 18. Rhino, oh God!
Oh no!
Reinhold rolled a 1. He fumbled.
Oh wait, he's carrying me. Oh!
I would like to use can I use one of my omens to negate it?
Yes, you may. Actually, you can. You guys can do that.
Yeah, I would like to use one of my omens to negate that fumble.
And Reinhold gets to re-roll, and he rolls a passing 13. So, thank you. Everybody else?
I also 13.
All right, we have 2 more passes with a 19 and a 13.
18.
Destroying these. And last but not least, Mr. Argrix.
15.
Everyone passes. So, you all keep your cool as you approach the origin fountain, and all around you, you just smell stagnant water, but you hear the whispers of laughing children all around you. It's a grand rectangular fountain decorated. There's cherubs vomiting mist. There's 2 statues at the fountain's crest, and they're holding a stone jar. There's a bridge of protruding pillars that lead across the mist to a stone door. The door is just another entrance to the down to the sewers. It won't get you out of the graveyard.
Can Iggy borrow the jar?
Holy shit! Are you kidding? Give me a DR16 agility roll.
I can't bail you out of this one, bud.
Everyone does have omens too, so.
Give me one moment.
I just used one down to
Oh
one.
no. But B, what'd you roll?
Give me one moment.
No, you're good.
Because there's something about agility with mine.
Yep. So it's a DR 16 agility roll.
I would also like to pat him on the back and lower that by 4. That's a easy speaker truce.
I want
Holy
to point out that okay.
So that's only a DR 12 roll.
All presence and agility rolls have their DR reduced. All presence and agility tests have their DR reduced by 2.
So that's a DR. That's a DR 10 roll.
Well, DR normal tests are DR 10 instead of 12.
Holy. Okay, so go ahead. Give me a DR 10 roll. You reduce that by 6. Wow.
14.
So, you do not fall into the mist. Now, I'm actually reading this from the book. This is not me so this is what you find in the jar, B. And as you reach in, you trigger the next rune to activate the next path because it was hidden in the goddamn jar. I didn't think you'd go for that first. But anyway, what you also find, though, is nostalgia gruel. Enough to restore 2 people to their prime by increasing all abilities by +1.
That sounds helpful.
Yeah, so you have enough of nostalgia gruel for 2 people. And that's a +1 and that's a permanent increase.
Iggy will pass 1 to Palta, his partner in riding along.
Okay, as you both if you eat the nostalgia gruel, you'll take a +1 in all your abilities. Wow! No, I mean, it was a DR 16 roll, but still, that is a badass item to get.
There was no shot Iggy wasn't going to borrow what was in the jar when you said there was a jar.
Well, B, I'm just applauding your thinking, man, because you just went, which was cool. That's all.
It's +1 for all stats.
All abilities, yeah, for all stats, for all 4 of them. That's just so, wow, that is fucking cool.
She said she's patting Iggy on the back.
You see, like I said, this is why I like the system, listeners. Granted, yeah, there's like risk and stuff, but there's cool stuff like that. And that was me just going with the book with what's in the graveyard. So, and with that, you triggered the next rune and have triggered the next pathway to the final location, the Mouse Vomitorium. Is there anything anybody wants to do before I read about you guys going there?
I would like to summon D2 scrolls.
Do it.
So 2, we roll scrolls there.
You have 2.
So I got 2 sacred scrolls I can use once each.
Nice! Oh no, remember, so omens are that let you add +1.
Yeah.
Oh no, you have all of those.
Oh,
you can just
okay.
use the omen for what you want twice, but it's once a day. And you can recharge them with a long rest. So that's all. It's the powers that are the difference. So, and listeners, just to let you know, the omens is a fun mechanic in this game to where when you trigger a omen, it activates certain things that'll deal with the roll. And you, depending on what class you are, you could have 1 omen or 2, and you actually can recharge these by resting. And Kat's class that she's playing actually is able to make scrolls, which is the magic of this world, and she made 2 of them. Is there anything else anybody wants to do for prep wise?
Okay, so what do we see around us again?
Okay, I will describe it now for you very well, because as you are approaching the final location, you are coming to the Mouse Vomitorium. Acid sour smell permeates the air, illuminated by sickly glowing puddles of green and yellow gall. The sound of a boiling pot is in the distance. There's an ornate stone-walled chamber, flagstone floor eroded by pools of gall, which is puke. 2 rows of columns hold the chamber's buckling ceiling. A marble coffin on a raised dais, leaking yellow gall from a bubbling. That's what you see.
Well, somebody really went out of their way to make sure that nobody messed with that coffin over there.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
How dark is it around us?
It is actually very well illuminated. There are ornate torches along the walls. So the room is very well illuminated. And then that glowing yellow puke, of course, is giving off quite some luminous as well.
Okay, I would like to, because it seems like everything is acidy and hot, so I'd like to use foul psychopump and summon some zombies to go get that casket.
You son of a biscuit. So, sorry.
For foul psychopump, you have to roll a d6 to see whether there's zombies.
Yeah. So roll a d6 for me first.
Okay.
Thank you.
Six.
Thank you, Kat. And that would be, I believe, is that for the zombies or the skeletons if you roll a 6?
6 is zombies, so roll a d4. That's how many zombies.
And that'll tell us how many zombies you get.
2.
Okay. So this is what happens as you summon these 2 zombies. Because what would have happened the minute you started approaching the coffin, because yes, this is where the final rune was held on the underside of the lid, but the intense burning from the acid would have caused you to take d6 damage each step you took. So with that, the zombies slowly start to dissolve away as they press the rune on the underside of the coffin, but they come with a certain item. It is called a corrupted horn of roses. And as the last zombie dissolves away into a puddle of zombie goo, the corrupted horn of roses sits there. And allow me to read what this is. A human-sized ivory horn, bedecked with mouse family skulls and bound in magical entrails. When blown, it spews a noise that forces listeners to test toughness DR10 or vomit acid, taking D6 damage. Lower beware. And that is for you, Argrix.
Woo!
You can make people puke acid
Noise.
when you blow that horn.
I just want to note, too, that the last zombie who retrieved this for me, as he was dissolving, he slowly held up his right hand, gave me the thumbs up as he dissolved.
Maybe just being a little pedantic here. Isn't all puke acid?
Technically, yes.
I mean, I don't know the last time I took any physical damage from my own puke. Just checking, but it is acidic.
And with that shit talk from Egerton, you are going to get a sensory strangeness. I rolled a 2. Everyone looks like they're walking backwards to you.
Hey, he thinks it was worth it.
Me?
And with this, the passageway to the Undertaker is revealed. And so
I'm tempted to blow the horn just for fun.
You blow that horn, I swear you will not like what happens.
I actually have stuff to read for God, I fucking love this game. So I actually have stuff that I have to tell you guys. So, alrighty. So, here we go. Is there anything anyone wants to do along the way to the Undertaker's hut?
Well, I'm gonna have to eat food because I'm starting to get really hungry for some reason.
If I could just ask a quick question.
Yes.
So my toughness was -1. It's now 0 because of the gruel that I ate.
Yep.
Do I increase my HP by 1 since it was subtracted by negative toughness?
Not yet. It's just
I mean, wouldn't my max HP go up by 1?
Oh wait, no, you're right. Yeah, so increase your health by 1.
I mean, I'm sure current HP would still be 7, but it would go up by 1, right?
Yep, your max HP will go up. Well, yep, you're right.
Okay, I was just curious. I was making sure.
So yeah, update that. You too, Kat.
Mhm.
Alrighty, guys.
Okay, I'm back. My Discord just disconnected on me, but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Oh, and you were about to say, Kat?
So Silas was saying he wanted to hunt. I wanted to use one of my scrolls for that, actually.
Go right ahead.
Well, first it would be a presence roll, right? To check our surroundings.
Yep, you already nailed it, because I wanted to see if anyone wanted to check their surroundings, and that will be a DR12 presence roll.
I got a 9.
I got a 10.
Yep. Okay, so hold on. So, Hulda, everything seems in order, but Argrix and Nava, you both notice there's blood leaking out of the doorway to the Undertaker's hut. And one of the windows is broken, and you see 3 shadows moving around on the inside.
I'm gonna pull out my sword.
Oakley.
Should we knock?
Why?
Does Nava tell anyone does Nava or Argrix let everyone know what they see?
Well, of course.
Reinhold puts down his 2 compatriots and he pulls out his mighty femur. And that's when you guys notice that out of his shadow, 2 little monkeys pop out.
Come on, Vicious. Let's get to it.
Yeah, Sid. Let's get to it.
Who are you two?
One has a black powder bomb and the other one has a pistole.
And
That's
who are
right.
you?
Who are you two?
The little monkeys look pissed off at all of you and they just clamp shut. Reinhold goes,
These are my little friends. They follow me. The one with the shooty loud thingy, the thing that holds in hand and makes people heads pop. His name is Sid. The one with the thing that makes very loud noise and makes hole in ground. His name is Vicious. They live in my shadow at times. They're my little monkey friend. Yeah, we're monkeys. Right.
I'm gonna put my sword away. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Remind me to stay in front of you and not behind you.
So, boss, what are we doing? Nava, say, people, do we go with splattering ram? No. Oh, okay.
Whoa. Easy, big guy. Let's try the non-confrontational way first, and then we'll use the battering ram. How's about that, buddy?
It's a splattering ram. That's when I put Vicious on a tree and I smash it into a door, and he makes the big loud explodey thing in the house wherever I smash it in, and usually it splatters the room, which is why we call it the splattering ram.
You go prepare them and knock on the door.
All right, I go punch a tree.
So Reinhold's gonna go literally punch down a tree, and Eric, when you knock on the door, it just creaks open, and 3 individuals notice you, and I'm going to roll a reaction roll real quick.
Hello?
Before anything even happens, what do they do when they see you? Oh dear, I closed their dice roller. So let me get my up. Silly dice roller. So it's a D20. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry. It's 2D6. Sorry. I rolled the wrong thing. So that is a 6. And their reaction is, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here, man. Don't you see we're busy?
Hey, who are you?
Busy with what? All I see is 3 dudes walk in a cabin by themselves. I mean, come on, guys. If you're really going to be doing that kind of stuff, at least be somewhat cautious and lock the door. So somebody like, I don't know, me doesn't walk in and see that.
So that's when one of the gentlemen in the middle pulls out his sword, pulls out his crossbow, aims it at Nava, and goes, "It's none of your fucking business who we are. Who the fuck are you?"
I'm the bitch who's gonna eat your fucking face off. You don't tell me.
And that's when you all notice the Undertaker beaten bloody on the ground behind them, and what looks like a priest holding his hand above him, chanting something.
Can I walk up to the doorway?
No. Eric is just gonna go and sock him.
Wait. What was Cat? Cat? What were you saying?
Can I walk up to the doorway?
Oh, I thought you were already there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast death into the room.
Okay. Give me a DR 14 presence roll.
Okay.
And as Eric is walking to slug one of these gentlemen in the face, because this all depends on if I'm going to roll initiative or not.
I got a 21.
So I'm going to roll 4d10 real quick. They take 29 damage. Let me check their health. Oh no, they each only had a HP of 2, 3, and 4. So they all fall down dead.
I'm gonna eat them.
Blood leaking from their eye sockets.
Wait. Hey there, big guy. I got a problem.
What?
Death says all creatures within 30 feet lose a total of 4d10. It doesn't say all creatures within 30 feet of a target it says all creatures within 30 feet, meaning everyone around
Well,
her.
actually, so allow me to explain. So how you don't need to worry about that, because here's the thing, because technically this ends battle, and the way Mork Borg works, even though you reach 0 HP, that doesn't mean you die.
Well, I don't know. The spell called Death makes me feel like we might die.
Well, no, because like the way the mechanics work,
okay,
that would only send you to broken, and then you would roll a D4 to see if you even die. So that's why I'm just going to be fair and I'm letting it But I'm glad you did say that, because that isn't going to be extended to the Undertaker, because all you do hear from him just and he rolls over dead.
Oh wait, actually, hold on.
I also can make him better.
Fate.
Well, my fun just got canceled, man.
But yes, B, you were saying?
I can go unmeet his fate.
Actually, wait. One more time, B?
I can unmeet his fate. One creature dead for no more than a week is awakened with terrible memories, but awakened. I would like to justify this as me borrowing his soul.
You know what? Because it actually is in your description that you would have physical interactions with death, because he would never want to touch you when you die. So I'll just say that you literally just talked to the Reaper and borrowed his soul from the Reaper, and you point it back at the Undertaker, and he just screams as he shoots upwards and goes, "Oh, oh, oh, oh God! I thought I was back in high school again. It was horrible. This time I was nude."
Palta's gonna
Need that much information.
Palta's gonna approach him. Mother welcomes you.
Oh, you're definitely one of those people from the Valley of the Undead Dead. You're just as creepy as I remember.
No, undead girl, no. Eggy saw you, borrowed you back.
I want to hug you, but I don't want to touch you. Let's just say thank you, Mr. Eggy.
You can hug Toast.
I'll take a rain check.
No, Toast is nice. And Eggy reaches into his bag and pulls out a small, very angry-looking dog, and he goes, "Hug Toast." And Toast is kind of biting at everyone right now, except Egg.
Oh, and when he pulls out Toast, Eric just snarls.
You can't hug Toast.
She's gonna hold her skull to the ear and go, "Mother loves Toast."
Everyone loves Toast.
Yeah, let's just say I don't like other dogs in my immediate vicinity.
Toast now doesn't like you either.
And
take a shower.
This is when you guys turn around and you notice that the bodies are gone of the gentlemen. Just their items they were carrying are on the ground, and you see Reinhold just as a foot slides down his mouth.
Yummy.
Really, big guy? Really? You couldn't have waited 5 minutes?
I was hungry.
And this is when he gives Eggy a purse containing 50 silver. He gives Nava 10 bolts, and he gives Polta a random sacred scroll. That's what they were carrying.
More jingly janglies for Iggy's jingly jangly bag.
I am scared to ask how much you have now.
How much was it that you just gave me?
You were given 16 earlier and another 50 just now.
Then Iggy has 116.
Nice.
Iggy's gonna make a nice jingly jangly bell for Mom.
Anyway, so Mr. Undertaker, why were those 3 individuals attacking you?
Well, my duty was to wait for the group that was coming from the sewers, and I was to give them the packet of the strange citizen that has been spotted.
Oh, that's us.
Well, that's what those 3 said, and now I hesitate to even know who is who. And well,
here, let me bring it down. The guy that just ate the 3 dead bodies, that's Reinhold. Yeah, he's a big boy. The pretty lady is Nava, and trust me, she is a fox.
That's Eric just called Nava a fox because you're talking to the Undertaker.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, everyone's talking to the Undertaker.
Then there's Argyle and his crappy court jester. Trust me, I can't stand him as much as the next guy.
The great lord's name is Argrix.
Eric just picks up a cup and just chucks it at him.
And that's when the jester takes. Hold on. He takes 1 damage, and he is bloodied now.
Sorry, Eric.
If you don't shut the fuck up, I will eat your face.
The jester shuts the fuck up.
Thank you.
So the Undertaker looks and goes, "So, but you did bring me back to life, so I am inclined to believe you that you are indeed the natural disasters I have been led to believe, especially with that one, because I felt my life leave me before I was put in the naked high school dream. Young one,
yeah.
did you use the
yes.
scroll known as... Did you happen to use the scroll known as death?
Mother's favorite.
Oh, goodness gracious, please make sure to have that one use caution when using that. And, well, I'm to give you all your rations. Each one of you are given your rations that everyone had rolled for in their character. You're given your food rations and weapons and extra weapons and items and silver. So, all right, then. Now, I take it you saw that thing that calls himself a priest, Mr. Repnik, correct?
The big giant ugly thing, yeah.
And he told you the terms that the Lich thinks this is all a game and...
Thinks it's all a game, yada, yada, yeah.
Yes, then you must go kill each one of the strange citizens and procure the jewel that they are in possession of.
Yeah, about the short end of it, yeah.
Okay, yes, alright. Okay, yes, you are indeed the ones I must speak with. And your first target, he is a dubious one. He used to be part of the Sacred Merchants Guild, but after he met Dr. Stein, he became the horrid abomination he is now, with an absurd obsession with conquering the 100 manslayers record in body count. Ha! That's gonna be fucking impossible.
Let me guess.
Well, his name is Gunter Buckler.
Wait. So, there's a guy better than this Gunther guy? Wait a minute.
He is, I wouldn't say he's better than Reinhold, but his skills are to say, quite impressive, and the fact that he has come from the Western Kingdom, I mean, look, it's already bad enough with Reinhold out. Do we really need someone that could potentially leave that many bodies around?
I mean, it's more food.
Well, I mean, if you think of it this way, he at least gets to eat the bodies.
Reinhold's mouth, that's when you notice that, like, from Reinhold's mouth, it's just like a faucet of drool just pouring out of his mouth. And he's just, Look, there are other things. I've only heard rumors of how it works with the strange citizens, but the only one who'd be able to tell you anything about him would be that one. And he points at Pulta.
Let me guess. Hey, Pulta, you know anything about this guy?
She holds up.
Dark, gloomy, likes to murder people with utter abandonment?
She just holds up the skull.
Yes, he was, I take what she's saying is, he was one of the individuals that killed all of her people, and I am sorry, my dear, I did not mean to bring up such memories. The Undertaker apologizes to you, Pulta. Reinhold yeah? Oh, yes, Silas?
No, that was me.
Oh, yes.
So, this is the guy that offed the entire Pulta's people.
One of 11.
There's 11 of them. Good. I wonder I've always wanted to see what gore actually happens to people from that era.
Now, I have a peculiar deal for you all now. You see, I like to experiment on bodies. I like to learn the ways of anatomy, and I can tell you, if I could learn the anatomy of a strange citizen, help you along, I would gladly pay you a bounty. Say if you bring me the body of Gunter, I'll pay you 2 silver. But if you bring me him alive, I'll gladly pay you 20 silver. Reinhold just looks and goes,
Listen, Reinhold, no disrespect to you, big guy, but I think this is Pulta's decision.
Fair, yes. Now, I understand. It's just, like I said, I just want to experiment. Now, in his package, you will find all of the information of Gunther and everything you'll need to know about him. But I will tell you where he was last found and where you will need to proceed to. Now, he has last been spotted in Schelswick. It is quite a distance from where we are currently. This is your great task, and I was informed to tell you that you might be tempted to just skirt these responsibilities and forget all of it. It might not be in your best interest because the good Dr. Satan implanted into you a certain ability that if you were to violate a certain catalyst, the beast within you will come ripping out it. Well, we can't have that. And, well, we will be forced to issue an official bounty for your death.
And what exactly is this catalyst?
Oh, you'll know it best. You'll feel it in you. You'll know exactly what keeps the beast at bay. I mean, look at your dear friend over there as he's swallowing my wife. And you see Reinhold just swallowing as a woman's just...
Reinhold, spit her out!
No!
Reinhold, spit her out.
You just see a little old lady just in a fetal position, just... I'm still eating this guy, though. And that's when you notice there was a little... Reinhold's holding a goblin that has weird stitchings all around him. And before you say anything else, he's already down Reinhold's mouth. He was delicious.
Save me a piece? Damn.
He tosses you a leg.
Thank you. I eat it.
Anyway.
But yes.
If we kill him, we get 2 silver. If we bring him back to you, you'll pay
20 silver.
And
wait a minute. I thought it was 22.
10 times what he's worth.
Nava, I'm gonna have you roll a presence roll of a DR10, which you rolled an 11. Fine. 22 gold if you bring him alive. 22 silver if you bring him alive.
Well,
yeah.
I can't make this decision. It's not mine.
Now, you don't need to decide this now. At the time of once you encounter him, I'm sure passions will be heated and decisions will be made then. Trust, you can make your decision then. But you have quite a travel in front of you. I won't be keeping you long. So, good luck, dear ones. And remember, keep those beasts at bay. Well, until the time is right, because who knows? They could be useful in a good fight.
I'm taking the packet with me.
Nava is given Nava takes the packet, and I'm going to copy this over to the Discord for everyone to see. This is the information about his background and who he was before he was turned by Dr. Stein. His nickname when he was in the Merchants Guild was that he was the back alley merchant, but now he is just a brutal murderer. Because where did you think he found all of his new wares? And with that, you have conquered the first portion of the story, and you are on your way to conquer against the first strange citizen. His last known location is in Schleswig. Now, we will leave off on this session here because it's going to be at least a minimum of maybe even 10 days for the players to even get there. And we don't even know if they'll find inns or if they'll have to hunt or what else could even happen on the road there. This is Mork Borg after all, and anything can happen. So with that, everyone, until our next one, bye.